Man, welcome to the 9 at 9, Monday, January 27th. Why am I looking at the lake? Welcome to the 9 at 9 for Monday, January 27th, 2025. I have no idea how the audio is going to cross. We are scrambling technical challenges on the ship. We didn't expect some of them. Failing is learning. I could actually call this one Failing is Learning because we were figuring it out to the last possible minute. A little late, but that's why failing is learning. Now I know all the different intricacies. The upload speed may be an issue. The lighting is definitely atrocious. I can look outside, but I don't know if you'd even be able to see it. No. I'm on the side of the ship. The mobile did not work, so we are figuring it out. Mobile Live did not work for me, so I am on laptop, and this is going to be it for a couple days. So the topic of the day is why, finding your why. We talked about that a little bit when I posted about travel versus vacation 2 days ago, and how like my why is travel, and it's really freedom in travel. I discovered that a few years back, actually more like 10 years ago, when I was really challenged with why I was pushing, why I was, you know, motivated and driven and ambitious. And I felt at the moment a little bit of a tinge like, is it worth it? Like how much, should I just be content? Complacency is a battle that we go through. People who are striving for, great goals, sometimes they fight off that complacency with a motivation. And and my motivation is freedom and travel. And I speak of freedom as my ability to just pick up and go. Like, I want to be able to explore and do things. I don't want to say do what I want necessarily, but it's a little bit of that, right? Like I want the freedom. Gonna clear my throat. It's gonna be a rough one. Sorry. I want the freedom to be able to uh, do the things that I know are important. Like in some cases, I've been employed in situations where I was really wasting time, enormous time, and I wasn't able to accomplish the things that I knew were important because I was doing the things that the organization was driving for, even though I wasn't in line with those. And I wanted the freedom to not do that, right? I want the freedom to push in the direction that I know is right, the ideas that I know are important, and that's what I when I talk about freedom is I know it's better. I know it's a better choice, and so I want to be free to make the decision not to do that. And I speak of this with my family a lot. You want to be free to decide what's right for you, and not be tied to a situation that limits that freedom. So that's my why. Travel became how I define that in some capacity. I really love traveling. I love exploring. I met a couple people last night at dinner. We talk about how cruising became kind of a fun little way to explore and see things, kind of like an easy button to explore, so that we can see a lot of different places in a week's time with less work than some of our heavy travel trips. And we say we can go and get a taste of these places and then decide to come back later. And the woman said, I say that too, but I never go back to those places because I like exploring. And that's really something that drives me too. I really love exploring. I love seeing a new thing. We can get into explore versus exploit another day, but travel is my why. I love the freedom to hit the road and see things and learn about them, and I work hard so that I could do that. So now the question is like, what's your why? Like if you are not feeling the push to accomplish what you're looking to do, you have to look inside and decide why you're looking to do that. If you can't connect a why to what you're trying to work on, you're probably not going to wake up every day thinking about it and pushing in that direction. And so you won't have the motivation. Of course, we can continue to lean on discipline and just getting up and doing it. And I've spoken tons about that. Like, you're just going to get up and do it. But a lot of us aren't there. I found it and I put out a video about how I found my discipline, how I've taught myself discipline. But if you haven't yet taught yourself discipline, if you don't have that internal motivation, what that why is, you're really fighting two fights. Now you don't have discipline and you don't give a shit to bother because you don't know why you're bothering. So reach into yourself and find out like what would do it? Like what's important to you? What's that important to you that you'll get this goal? And then make sure of course that that goal is going to line up with the why. If your why is I really want to be healthy. I'm going to be a grandfather, like I want to be a healthy, strong grandfather. Be able to play with my kids and I want to be a healthy and strong husband. So my why to working out is because I know how critically important fitness is to that future. So that why is pretty easy to connect. But when I was driving so hard to accumulate more resources so that I could do the things that I love, I needed that why. I was like, why? Why am I doing this? And then I got there. For me to see the beauty of the world and all the different arts and cultures and national parks and uh, nature, all the things, I need the resources. And so I work hard to be in that position to do that. Also, honestly, I naturally like it, so I'm kind of wired a little luckily, I guess, that I kind of like the push. But it was great when I found that why. And I will say, in regards to this project, like my energy this morning to figure out how to get this damn thing to work when I knew that there'd be literally no or limited. I think I had a viewer before, but it's part of the message. Like there is absolutely currently no reason for me to stress about getting this done at 9 a.m. No reason. And I yet still like was scrambling, working with guest relations to figure out how to get the laptop to work right and find a spot. I mean, I'm in a public space here. Luckily, no one's come up because the people on the ship would be like, "What is he doing with that light and the laptop?" But my motivation to nail this, and my motivation to figure out mobile, my motivation to get to 50 subscribers so I could do mobile, even though it didn't work. I mean, that is just, I really want this project to work. There'll be a day that I look back at this day and say, you know what, in my commitment to this, my commitment to getting this, keeping this going, has now led to this. And I could look back with kind of a, you know, I could be happy with my efforts. So whatever project you're working on, whatever project you're taking on, like care that much, care enough to really do it for you. Show up for yourself. Show up for yourself every day. Of course, we show up for others, but show up for yourself. Commit to those goals and just do it. You got this. We can do this together. All right. Nothing much to update about the project except for the struggle to get this 9 at 9 out. I'm going to line up a few for the week. It's a cloudy day. I don't have the shade open because it's just pretty bright. We're in the middle of the Gulf. We're heading to Roatan, which is an island off of Honduras, and that's tomorrow morning. So not like 11 a.m. tomorrow. We'll be at in the Roatan. I think it's how it's pronounced, and so we'll spend the day there. So it's a chill day, just cruising, and so I'm gonna line up thumbnails and some ideas so that I'm not scrambling tomorrow morning, and just enjoy the day. And now I'm getting people staring at me because they're super curious. What is this guy doing with his laptop? All right, checking out. Let's grow together. Talk tomorrow for another 9 at 9.